I put to Kristin Tate, there must be a lot of concern that this bloke is going to ruin the most important city in the United States.
Yeah, he's expected to win this race. And the fact that a socialist, anti-American radical is about to be elected, the mayor of our largest and most important city, tells you that there's a mandate for this kind of radicalism on the left. This kind of candidate speaks to the soul of the Democrat Party of today. The radical left has not been defeated, despite President Trump's fantastic and wonderful victory last year. This is a radical person. He is anti-police. He has called the New York Police Department racist, anti-queer, a major threat to public safety. Keep in mind, Chris, right now the New York Police Department's ranks are at historically low levels. The morale is so low there right now. Crime is up. Little old ladies are walking down the street and get targeted with random crimes. And this guy wants to completely gut the police department. He wants free buses for everyone that will cost about $1 billion a year. He wants city-run grocery stores. What could go wrong with city-run grocery stores? He wants to legalize prostitution, which would completely destroy the quality of life, or whatever's left of it in New York City. So this Mamdani would almost certainly destroy New York City and turn it into another burned out, once great city like Detroit. And it would be devastating to the United States to see New York City go in that direction.
It is so worrying. Now, there's all those things you outline, and of course the economics behind that. There's big social agenda, the massive spending and what that would do to the city's economy. But then there's also the social cohesion angle. We've had 2 years of horrible divisions in society in the US as well as the rest of the Western world on the back of the Gaza war, and where people have been anti-Semitic, where they've been attacking Israel, where they've been arguing a pro-Palestinian case which has been anti-West as well as anti-Israel. He's been at the forefront of that. He hasn't been a soothing influence. He's been on the streets ramping up the rhetoric.
Of course he has. And every time 9/11 comes up, which happened in New York City, where thousands of Americans died, instead of expressing sadness about that tragic event and all of the great Americans who lost their lives due to radical Islam, instead he uses the opportunity to make Muslims the victim of that. He is just so anti-American, but this is kind of the flavor of the Democrat Party of today. His rise tells you everything you need to know about the Democrats and what we can expect to see in candidates next year in the midterm, and then 2 years after that in the Democrat primary for the 2028 presidential election.
Yeah, it's just so reckless, isn't it? Let's have a look at what Donald Trump has had to say about this in his 60 Minutes interview.
Zohran Mamdani, 34-year-old Democratic socialist. He's the
communist, not socialist, communist. He's far worse than a socialist.
Some people have compared him to a left-wing version of you, charismatic, breaking the old rules. What do you think about that?
Well, I think I'm a much better-looking person than him, right?
But what if Mamdani becomes mayor?
It's going to be hard for me as the president to give a lot of money to New York, because if you have a communist running New York, all you're doing is wasting the money you're sending there. So I don't know that he's won, and I'm not a fan of Cuomo one way or the other, but if it's going to be between a bad Democrat and a communist, I'm going to pick the bad Democrat all the time, to be honest with you.